Your directorial debut. I say directorial debut, it's your directing, starring, writing in Boxing Day. This is an incredible achievement. Just talk about it. Let's take a look at the film first, then we'll talk about it. Let's take a look at the film.
Melvin McKenzie, he's taking Hollywood by storm.
That's my nephew!
I fell in love with this beautiful American woman.
You can find no British girl now.
Wow, it's Georgia for the Launch Show.
I love your music.
Merry Christmas, guys.
I wanted to introduce you to my fiancé.
Melvin!
Georgia for the Launch Show is your ex-girlfriend. She is a superstar.
It is in the past.
We've had sex to her music.
Wow, fam. It just got worse.
Do you believe in love?
Where's Mr. Hollywood with his American princess? Does he think he is Prince Harry?
I love this for so many reasons. Okay, so this is a Black British Christmas family romantic film comedy. This does not happen. You don't watch films. You see Black characters on the peripherals, right? You know, do we celebrate Christmas? Do we have love lives? Now we know we do because of your film, Aml.
Yes. Oh man. Do you know the thing about Boxing Day to me? Even though it's my film and I made it, I look at it as a fan because I look at it and go, wow, we've got a movie that is British because we're British, but you know, explores the additions of African Caribbean culture. And I'm just so proud of it, and I'm proud of how much people have taken to it. Essentially, it's a rom-com, a holiday rom-com, in the vein of all the great holiday rom-coms I was inspired by. And it's about Melvin, who's basically lives in LA, ding ding me, and he gets engaged to his fiancée, and he wants to invite his fiancée to his British Jamaican family, so they meet. But he's left behind an ex-girlfriend who's a strong part of the family, who happens to be now the biggest pop star in the UK. And then, you know, all craziness ensues and family drama and parties and fun and throwing cake and drinking rum punch. It's amazing. I enjoyed making that movie more than anything else I've done in my career. One, because I was back to London for the first time. I was also surrounded by all these amazing actors that I've admired for so long, but we never get to work with each other. You know, as you said, it's usually just one or the other in a movie. And so it was really amazing and fun.
And you kind of skipped over who the actress is, the ex-girlfriend who's became a big singer. That's Leigh-Anne Pinnock, right? Little Mix's Leigh-Anne Pinnock. And she never acted before. So, and when you first saw, you know, first video, you didn't think she was all that. So how does she change from not being all that to suddenly being all that enough to be in your first movie?
I'll tell you honestly, because, you know, me and Leigh-Anne are very close friends now. When I first saw her tape, I was like, no. My writing partner suggested her, and he was like, look, man, she's fantastic. Like, she's got a great feel about her. Watch some of her material. And so I ended up watching, I saw her audition. It was okay. Her singing was phenomenal. But then I ended up watching a particular video with her where she's discussing her life as a pop star and what it's been like and how challenging it's been in this particular interview. And I was struck by her humanity. Like, Leigh-Anne is such a honest, open person who's so vulnerable and so true, yet brave. And so I said to myself, if I can bring much of who she is to the character, and if I could get her to learn craft in a short space of time, we'd be in for it, you know? So I auditioned her again, and then I had her work with my my acting coach, and then auditioned her the third time. And by the third time, it was crazy. It was like, I was like, wow, you have mastered truth, not yet the craft, but truth. And so we did that. We shook hands. We said, look, I'm going to tell you the entire truth. She goes, Mike, just tell me. And I was like, I'll tell you the entire truth. And we worked together very closely to craft what is now a really, really strong performance that strikes people. And people are like blown away by the fact that she was so good in the movie. And that is because she worked her socks off. Like, she worked her socks off to make it happen, because she knew that, you know, she was going to be surrounded by great people, and the film was important to her as well. as a black British woman.
Well done you for giving her that opportunity. You've just opened a whole new world for her. She's not just a singer now, she's a singer-actress. I've got another friend of yours right here, Jasmine Dosawala's with us. You guys go way back, isn't it, Jasmine?
Way back.
Way, way back. I've been lucky enough to know Aml via my work, via social circles, and honestly, his talent and ambition is relentless. I mean, I remember watching him way back on, you know, as you said, The Bill, Holby City, EastEnders, and then in films like Kidulthood and Yardie and Beyond the Lights, and now he's doing all this. And I remember still, Aml, when you had that leaving party, when you were going to America and you invited all your family and loved ones to that. Do you remember it was a pub somewhere in London?
Yeah, that was in 2010. We're a decade in. I think we're more than a decade past it. We're like 13, 14 years. But you've been so supportive of me all these years, like really supportive as a friend. Like that's us. Oh, look at us in LA. Wow.
I know. We managed to catch up, whether it's London or LA, but I'm so proud of you. Just, you know, seeing you doing so well. I remember when you had your academy, your drama academy for young people in Camden many years ago, and it was for young marginalised people. And you've just had a heart of gold, and you deserve all the success. I'm so proud of you.
I love you. Thank you so much, Jasmine. I appreciate that.
Well, look, I also, I interviewed Halle Berry a couple of months ago. I've got no point. I just wanted to say I interviewed Halle Berry because that's just amazing. No, I'm joking.
That's the homie.
No, I got a point. When I spoke to her, I was speaking to her about her directorial debut as well. And she said she chose something after speaking to other directors that she knew about, that she could talk about. And with you in Boxing Day, you spoke about Michaela Cole giving some inspiration. You had Idris Elba direct you in Yardie. Did you get any advice from Idris, watching Idris in action as well?
Yes, not advice from Idris, but I got a lot of, I'm a very observational person. And what I found is he's an absolute hero to his crew, Idris. To be such a monumental star, a national hero, but just to be a down-to-earth guy. And so, you know, for me, I just took inspiration just to just be myself. I mean, I was DJing on set a lot of the time. There was a lot of music it was shooting around, say maybe a week before this time now. We've completed the film last year, but I was, you know, putting on Last Christmas and then some dancehall tracks and then, you know, some, you know, Come On Irene. I was DJing and I really, really had a desire to make everybody happy, you know, from my crew to my cast. And that, just observing how Idris dealt with his crew, was amazing, because often directors can be so in their head and they can become dictatorial, it can become a bit of a dictatorship. And I just saw having fun and having every single member of the crew feel like they're part of the mechanisms of making what is hopefully a rewatchable classic, that would permeate on the screen, and in it permeating on the screen, people would get that energy. And so, you know, that's kind of what I observed and took on, from Yardie.
Well, Boxing Day is in cinemas right now. You can maybe watch it on Boxing Day.